Well, the people of London are waking up this morning to what is unacceptable criminal violence in Hyde Park last night. What we saw was a group of people spontaneously coming together to enjoy the sunshine like on any other sunny day. A group within that then decided to try and set up an unlicensed music event with all the safety implications of that, and in a proportionate policing response, officers from Westminster Borough initially went there to try and ensure that that was safe, and they were attacked as they tried to negotiate and talk to the organisers of this event, and we saw 5 officers injured in total, 1 stabbed in the hand, 1 hit with the head with a bottle, and absolutely unacceptable levels of violence against officers and indeed members of the public injured as well. Well, the members of the public are currently still in hospital and we're monitoring there. We don't believe their injuries are life-threatening at this stage, but unacceptable nonetheless, and we'll be investigating those offences and trying to find the perpetrators very thoroughly. The officers themselves, I'm really proud of the response. Officers put themselves on the line yesterday in extreme violence to keep London safe and to keep themselves safe. That's not what they should have to do when they're going to what is supposed to be a water fight in the park. But I just want to stress really, officers responded quickly to what was a spontaneous event. They were acting in public safety. These unlicensed music events, they don't have the safeguards of health and safety of stewards, and people get hurt, and unfortunately we have seen injuries at these events before. So they were acting to protect Londoners. What they had to do was to protect themselves. I'm really proud of the work they did, and I stress that we're not going to tolerate this kind of behaviour. I've been working personally with Black Lives Matter and Black Lives Matter protests over the last couple of weeks. This was not about a Black Lives Matter protest. This was about people intent on criminal behaviour who've seriously assaulted other members of the public and my officers. This is not about Black Lives Matter. So I just really want to put that, be really clear about that. This is criminal and we won't accept it. At the end of the day, there was a hard core of about 100 people who we had to actively disperse at the end of the day, and that's the numbers that I have in terms of what we've seen and what we've got. But I want to come back and stress really that there's an appeal to people to help us to get to find the people and arrest those people who have committed violence, who have assaulted other people, my officers and members of the public, and then an appeal to Londoners really is we want to work with you to keep London safe, to enjoy the weather. It's a fantastic city, but please, if you're thinking about going to one of these spontaneous events, think carefully and I'd deter people from going. We will make arrests. We've got lots of evidence, and as I said, there's an incident room number which is publicised on our website, and I'd ask people to contact us with that information, because any information the public have in order to help bring these people to justice is what we want. And we'll obviously look at whether any of these incidents are linked in the investigation. What I would say is we described that as a block party. That was an unlicensed music event in a residential street without any of the safeguards that we would see through stewarding, health and safety, first aid that we see at a concert. Police acted to respond to that for public safety. We went in to try and apply legislation to close that because they are not safe. And what officers did is they again came under attack. But I'd report that they successfully closed that party, dispersed the people there very quickly, and of course we did see some disorder there, but very quickly that was brought up, and that's what we want to do. These things are not safe, and we need to be really clear that that's what the police were doing in order to keep London safe. What I'm here to talk about really is the 3 events last night and this disorder that we saw in Hyde Park, and you mentioned also in Stamford Hill, and there was another event in South London. That level of violence is unacceptable. Whether that's linked to anything else, I don't know. What I'm saying is that we won't tolerate this behaviour, and we saw that spontaneous event last night, and I'll appeal to the public to give us evidence, and also appeal to the public and say that the police will respond. We're out here on the streets of London today, and we'll be working hard to keep people safe. Does the weather cause people to be violent? My personal opinion is no, that's not the case. 4,000 people assembled in a London park, that's not unusual for one of our central London parks. What is unusual is where people behave criminally, where their behaviour is unacceptable, where they attack officers, they attack each other. Whether that's got to do, whether that's my opinion is that's because they're criminals, and that's the way we will treat them.